Hey guys, today we're talking about tires on my Q5 more specifically. So I'm going to show you guys what I had, what I got, why I picked them, and just a couple of little details. So as usual, if you like the videos I make, click like so that I know I should make more of the same, and if you want to see more when I make them, hit subscribe. Let's get into it. Here we have the original size tire for this. I mean, this came with 19s, but the OEM 18s that came on the lower spectrum was this, and it is a 235 60 18s. These are my Falken wildpeak AT trails, and these are 245 60 18s. So only a hair difference in the amount of thread width, but as a result you end up with a little more height. Okay, just a tiny bit more height. So I'm gonna put this tire on the front, and I'm gonna show you guys why I only went with just a slightly bit more height, because if I had my way I would have gone with a 65 series tire. So I'd have probably gone with like a 245 65 18 instead of a 245 60 18. But the problem is right here. So this piece, which is connected directly to the spindle, so this goes up and down with the whole suspension. The distance relative to the tire on this never changes, but this piece right here is a clearance issue. This is right above the tire, and I'm gonna put the tire on and I'm gonna show you guys what's going on with it. I mean, like right here where there's a little bit of casting slag, I could probably grind that smooth and it wouldn't affect anything. I would gain maybe a 1/4 inch, probably less than that, more like maybe 1/8 of an inch clearance if I ground this little piece smooth. Not enough to make it worth my while, but yeah, as long as I'm using the stock suspension, this is the limiting factor, is this, because it sits right above the tire. So I'm going to put the tire on, I'm going to show you guys what's going on with it, and then I'll show you on the other side with the new tire. So I'll show you the original tire, how much clearance I had, the new tire, how much clearance I had. So give me a second here, and through the magic of editing, you won't have to wait, even though I will. Here is the OEM size wheel on the car, the 235, and so this piece in the back, this is what I was showing you, and there's enough room here for me to put my thumb between this piece and the tire. Okay, so I got some room there, not a lot, but I got some room. That kind of showed me that I didn't have a lot of room to go up. I couldn't put a 65 series tire on here without some serious modification. Let me go around to the other side where I have the Falken wildpeak on here, and I'll show you the difference. So here we have the Falken. This is the gap. There's no way, like, I can't even fit, half of my pinky is fitting under there. There is very little room for me to go. I don't think I would have been able to go up a size. For me to go up to a 65, I would have to get a seriously narrower tire. If I wanted to get a wider tire, so these are 245s, if I wanted to get a set of 255s, I would have to go down to maybe a 55 series tire, so it'd be a 255 55 18. That's the only way I would have cleared that little piece. So that is the restriction on this as far as getting tires on here. I think within reason, this is the largest tire that you can put on these Q5s without having some serious interference issues, unless you want to do wheel spacers and all that extra stuff, which I don't know how committed I am to that yet. So I'm going to show you guys in a little bit how the car looks with all 4 Falken wildpeaks on here, because I absolutely love these tires. Not a lot of road noise. I was expecting more road noise. Here's a Falken wildpeak in the back. There isn't. Traction is about the same as with the other tire. This is not a super aggressive. This is not to be confused with the Falken AT3s. These are just the AT trails. Here, I'll show you in the back. I got a couple of them in the trunk. See, so it's an aggressive tread block, but it's not super aggressive. Okay, it's a good compromise between an off-road tire and a daily street tire. So road, like I said, road noise is good, you know, traction is good, excellent wet weather. I absolutely love how these things drive in the rain, and they're pretty good in the sand too. You're not going to go rock crawling with these, but that's not what they're designed for. They're designed for somebody who drives on the road almost all the time with the occasional outing, and that's what I use it for. Okay, so this is the finished product. I got the Falken wildpeaks all the way around. I really like these tires. They're not loud at all. I was expecting road noise. There is no road noise. Traction is good. It's really good. Handling in wet weather is outstanding. Driving on sand, it's really nice. There is no interference issues whatsoever. So you know how sometimes you put a wider tire and it's going to rub on the inner fender well, or something like that. There is no interference. It doesn't rub on the inner fender well on the fronts. There's no rubbing anywhere in the back. It doesn't affect it in any way. Like, if I didn't tell you that these were different size tires, you get in the car and drive and you would never know. So really happy with the results. The next thing I'm gonna do is I'm probably gonna do like maybe a 1-inch lift all the way around. So if anybody knows of a 1-inch lift kit, or maybe even a 2-inch lift kit for an Audi Q5, let me know. But for now, I'm really happy with the results. I love how these things look. I love how they drive. Real happy.